Welcome back to episode number 104 of the 3 Count Out podcast. This is the very special 2-year anniversary. And joining me this week, as always, my brother from another mother from Detroit, and totally not sponsored by Twisted Tea, but it's gonna be an episode.
What does 3COUNT mean? Hi, my name's Jackal.
Oh boy.
This has been arguably one of the most like roller coaster weeks of my entire life. I'm talking from the lowest of lows to the highest of highs, from the Lions being eliminated from the playoffs by Max Brosmer to winning my work fantasy league and winning $450.
There you go.
I'm
yeah.
Bang,
baby. Make the money.
There was a lot of stuff that happened. There's a lot of stuff actively happening. There's a lot of stuff yet to happen. And also wrestling's there too.
Mm-hmm. Wrestling did happen. Yeah. There was AEW Worlds End. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know you know your AEW. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
No,
I actually have met MJF at least one time, and he called me a virgin to my face. I live to tell the tale. I know it's exciting.
He's not wrong. He's not really wrong. But the World's End, World's End happened this weekend. It was honestly, legitimately, I feel like another solid knock out of the park by AEW. Legitimately, I think AEW. I mean, I know that they won all of the awards and everything else, and you know, everybody loves AEW. Sports Illustrated loves everybody loves it. So, like, I know that they're extremely popular right now. They had a great 2025, and World's End was an amazing way to cap that off. We saw the finale of the Continental Classic. We saw some, in true AEW fashion, some very scary drops on the head that got William Regal tweeting, which apparently if you get William Regal tweeting, that's, I guess, a rare occurrence. But
oh my god,
yeah. I mean, to be fair, the Kyle Fletcher had some interesting spots, but I mean, listen, they're athletes, all right. They know what they're doing, all right. Come on, we know what's happening here. But let's start off by talking about the Continental Classic, because that was kind of like the main story of AEW that's happening right now. Kind of what concluded. Continental Championship has been held by Okada for over a year, I think, like 300 and something days, or
now has he defended it? Okay, so AEW still has that issue.
Technically, he defended it at World's End, and technically speaking, every time that Okada was in the Continental Classic, he was defending the Continental Championship. He has not had many matches. He has not.
That, in my opinion, I think that's the downside of putting a belt on someone like Okada, who is technically a bit older and also protected. So I get it, but also from the way you've been talking about it, it's been a long time.
Yeah, the Continental Championship, kind of a prop for an entrance right now, but we had the Continental Classic, so we got a little bit of action out of it. This is my problem with the Continental Classic, is that it's AEW has these tournaments that are so good week to week. Watching this on TV, I was sitting there being like, I have, tonight's Dynamite, tonight's gonna be X, Y, and Z matches, and I'm like, legitimately was trying to keep track of this shit this year and actually enjoyed it. They had some great matchups. And then at the end of it, Okada walks away, which is great. I like Okada. But at the same time, he doesn't fucking defend the championship because he's fucking Okada. And I guess he's probably going to wind up going back to New Japan to, like, retire Tanahashi or some bullshit. Sure.
I mean, nothing wrong with him going back to Japan. I mean, sure, if he takes the belt to do all that stuff and get it on their screens, it kind of makes it even more cooler. But with that Japan schedule, it's very spotty. So, who did he defeat at World's End?
And that is where I think they're going with this, because he defeated Konosuke Takeshita, who is also in the Don Callis well, I guess technically still in the Don Callis family. I don't know if they've been doing like this whole Takeshita's about to get this giant face turn is what's going to happen. Is he's been with the Don Callis family. He's kind of fallen into that, that kind of background character role. He's been, Okada's kind of like right-hand man for a very long time. So now they're kind of doing that of like Okada's coming into his own, or Takeshita's coming into his own, and Okada, they obviously wanted to keep his championship. So that's kind of where they're going with this. I feel like we're definitely not seeing the end of Okada and Takeshita. In my opinion, I feel like this is something that you could definitely use to like put in a Wembley, because we have to remember that's coming back up on the calendar again. So I don't think that Okada and Takeshita are done. I think they probably should have been, though. It would have been a real nice nail in the coffin at World's End. It would have been a real good opportunity there.
The kind of vibes I'm getting is Cena winning the title off of Cody at Mania, but dropping it back to Cody like 4 or 5 months later at SummerSlam.
Yeah, this is...
We can tell he's gonna lose it here in a bit, Yeah.
I don't think he's going. I don't think he's leaving AEW anytime soon. But I do know that he was talking about going back to Japan to kind of do the Tanahashi stuff and then come back. And so I don't know that he's going to be on TV for much longer, and then he's probably going to have some time away. So makes sense to take the championship off of him. That was not the only championship that was defended, though, because this is an AEW pay-per-view. So there's like 20 fucking championships that this company has.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Next one. Let's go.
Next one, a lot more. These are some names you're going to recognize, Jackal. A lot more straightforward of a match here. We had a Chicago street fight, because this was in Chicago, not the big arena that they sold out CM Punk with, the smaller arena that they sell out. But they sell out the Now Arena every single time they go there, so it's still very good. Just not the big one. But we had a Chicago street fight for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, FTR, with Stokely, because it was a street fight, so Stokes involved, defeating the Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn. Colton Gunn, who's usually the other tag team for the Bang Bang Gang, is out on injury. So FTR retained, and since Colton Gunn is out on injury, I have to imagine they're going to run this one back once he's back and healthy.
I like that, because in my recent memory that the AEW tag division kind of has taken a nosedive when the Young Bucks were on top, and it just sort of felt like these matches were very few and far between. And when the Young Bucks did have these title matches to defend said belts, it was not exactly their best work, albeit sure maybe you could say that was like the heel aspect of it all, or the other part that I won't really delve into too much, because I want to bring up that this kind of feels like a breath of fresh air, that it's off the Young Bucks, it's on another team, it's on FTR, who is a known like stalwart of the tag team wrestling in the 21st century. And of course, I do find it very funny that known friends of CM Punk do end up winning a Chicago street fight in Chicago.
I mean, you're probably not too far off. If I had to be honest, that might have been some of the discussion. They did we'll talk about this real quick, because I feel like we at least have to, because it's CM Punk. But when AEW is in Chicago, they are always inevitably asked about CM Punk. And Tony Khan, I guess is able to reflect about it now, and is a little bit more. I think he's learned from everything that's happened, because he just completely fucking dodged the question, and threw it on Samoa Joe, because Samoa Joe was there and helped break the fight up, and was like, yeah, Samoa Joe was great that night, and he helped step up, and that's why blah 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 blah. Speaking of Samoa Joe, he also had a match, because you were also your friend MJF was in this match as well. There was a let me get this right, a not fatal four-way, a four-way casino gauntlet championship contract cash-in match for the AEW World Championship, which saw MJF go up against the champion, Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, Hangman. Good lineup. That's a good lineup.
You know, I also can't be too mad about that name, because if it was WWE, they definitely would have had a company sponsor that, and it would have been like the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royale Cash App Fatal Four-Way match for the world title.
Well,
so it's like there's no brand involved.
The name is important because the cash-in, the Casino Gauntlet Championship contract cash-in was held by MJF. He was the one that cashed that contract in to put himself into this match, turn it from a three-way to a four-way. And now, your new AEW Men's World Champion, second time the Triple B is back. We got MJF as a world champion, and Twitter is pissed because it's Twitter.
Oh, wow. Is that why his Twitter account got hacked and then people got his Venmo and like, oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. The day, I think it was the day after that MJF won the championship. Yes. His Twitter got hacked and he was apparently Venmoing people asking for money. Spoiler alert. If a millionaire ever, if the AEW world champion, if the world champion of any company that's not a backyard indie ever messages you and asks for money, probably a scam. If it's a backyard indie, it might be real because they might need like new boots or something. But if it's like a company with, you know, any kind of HR and budget and finance, it's probably fake. But yeah, MJF back on top, pissing people off as he does.
You mean that might not have actually have been Shayna Baszler that I gave money to?
Well, Shayna Baszler's not a world champion right now, so maybe it might be. I'd probably cancel the credit card just to be safe, but it might be all right.
Okay. Going to the next match, I gotta crunch some numbers here real quick.
Yeah, I mean it was the championship match. It was just MJF stealing it at the end. It was kind of what everybody thought it was. I will say, though, that one of the things that I like to point out here is the love-hate relationship that exists between Swerve and Hangman. It is perfect because they hate each other, but only they're allowed to hate each other. Anybody, you can't hate Hangman. I hate Hangman. And so now I have to beat you up so that way I can beat up Hangman because I'm the only one that's allowed to beat up Hangman. And I fucking love that dynamic. It is so fucking funny.
Everybody right now, if you're listening to this, go on to Google, Hangman Adam Page x Swerve Strickland, enemies to lovers fan fiction right now on Google. Guarantee you there's going to be a result. I guarantee it.
I mean... You're probably just finding Tony Khan's format sheet. That's
written by Big Dick TK 6000. I wonder if that could be. Cool.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
yeah.
I like that dynamic.
Yeah. No. It's a very it's a very interesting piece of storytelling that's happening here because both men are. They're both in that like babyface position right now where, they're the guys that are on top of the company and they're the people that are going out and doing all of the press. They're the people that we're, talking about from this match and all that shit. They're both good guys, but at the same time, that at some point they're just going to beat the shit out of each other. And when they beat the shit out of each other, it don't fucking matter who's good or not. So again, definitely something that I could see maybe paying off at a Wembley because it's months away at this point. I mean, usually they do that over the bank holiday, which would be in
summer.
Yeah,
summertime.
around about. So like 6 months away. So we got to start looking at Wembley. Then we had the Women's World Championship match. That was a little bit more tame. honestly probably the tamest match on the card. Chris Statlander defeating Jamie Hayter. Not a lot to talk about. They just beat the shit out of each other. Simple as that. But Chris Statlander retaining, which makes sense because she like just fucking won it, so she's not going to lose it already. We had yes.
Did Mike call her Big Mommy Chris at one point?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
We like Chris Statlander. Yeah.
We love Chris Statlander here.
Rhea Ripley is mommy. Chris Statlander is daddy. Actually, speaking of daddy, there was a probably the craziest match on the card, which is insane to think about because we still have something to talk about after this. But probably the craziest match on the card, and one that I didn't really think anything of, is the Mixed Nuts Mayhem match, in which Timeless Tony Storm, Roderick Strong, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy went up against the Death Riders. So we had like it was originally supposed to just be the conglomeration versus the Death Riders, and then they kind of like threw Tony Storm and Marina Shafir in here. AEW is a company where men can fight women and women can fight men. So this was an actual intergender tag team match in which they could actually fight.
The Nuts come in with Tony Storm. Hey?
Well, I mean, the Nuts, I would say, comes in with Tony Storm and just all of the conglomeration. Mark Briscoe, not exactly a normal, sane human being with his redneck kung fu.
But just being called Mixed Nuts is what's catching me off guard.
If you haven't watched this match, if you haven't seen any clips, I highly recommend that you go and find clips.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil everything for you because this was literally just a dumb comedic spot fest. The best part of this match was Tony Storm and Orange Cassidy.
Love it.
I did not know that I needed this pairing. At one point, they were dancing in the middle of the ring, like full on, like grab, like tango dancing, dipping and doing like kicks and kicking people in the head while doing the dips. This match, you could tell that this was one of those matches where nobody expected anything. Nobody gave a shit about this. Mike and I were shit talking it in our group chat when they're talking about it. And we're like, oh great, they added Marina Shafir and Tony Storm to it. Great. Why not just give the women their own spot? 20 minutes later, I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome.
This is amazing.
So I legitimately go back and watch that match if you haven't, because it's so fun. And that's the kind of vibe of AEW right now, where they can have all these crazy violent matches on the card. They can have Swerve, they can have Hangman, they can have all these triple threats and 4 ways and whatever the hell else they want to have. And then they can also just have these fun, lighthearted matches. Now, I'm doing these out of order for you, but this match that we're going to talk about now came before the lighthearted Mixed Nuts Mayhem match.
Okay.
There is a singles match which can only be described as a mugging between Darby Allin and Gabe Kidd. Singles match, there are rules, right? No, there's nothing crazy that can happen. It is a normal wrestling match. Still the most blood I've seen all night. A literal mugging. So
the goofy Mixed Nuts Tony Storm cha-chaing in the middle of the ring was the palate cleanser after a live murder on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And with one of the names being involved, I'm assuming the blood that was splattering all across the ring, I'm assuming it was both of them bleeding, but the one that bled more, I'm going to take a wild, absolute crazy shot in the dark guess and say that it was more than likely Darby Allin.
It was 100% Darby Allin. I don't think Gabe Kidd bled at all.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Oh, my God.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm going to be honest. There's so much fucking blood. I couldn't tell you what was a cut or what wasn't. I have no idea. I don't know if this was, I don't know if, again, I know it's a Darby Allin match, so I don't know if they just actually hit Darby that hard and he was just like, yeah, bust me open, or if he fucking bladed the wrong way or what. There was so much blood. It was so violent.
Me, Mr. Teacher Man in the back of the class, Jackal with another question. Why?
Great question. That's a great question. Anyway, moving on. Why? I have no fucking clue. That's why. I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
Okay.
So moving on, we had a Continental Classic, another Continental Classic semifinal, I should say, actually, of Jon Moxley and Kyle Fletcher. Jon Moxley and Kyle Fletcher beating the shit out of each other. And then Mox would go on and go to the finals of the Continental Classic. And win.
Okay.
So Mox is the Continental Champion for now, until Okada comes back for it at some point, I guess. But still probably...
So Okada beat Takeshita, Okada relinquishes, and now Mox is an interim?
No, there were two. No. So you had two semifinals, and then the match ended, or the night ended with the finals. So it started with Takeshita and Okada, and the two semifinals were first. So it was Takeshita and Okada in the first semifinals, and then the second match was Mox and Fletcher. And then the main event, or right before the main event, end of the night, was the finals, Okada versus Mox. So they had...
Who won?
Mox. Jon Moxley is your AEW Continental Champion.
Okay. I follow again. I'm back.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and this one, this is just weird in my mind, because you have Okada is, again, part of the Don Callis family, much like every other heel in AEW. You're either Don Callis family or, I guess, Death Riders. Jon Moxley is not a heel. When he's out there doing this match, people are cheering him. People are... He got cheered for doing the bite spot when he like bites their forehead instead of doing the 10 in the corner. Normally he gets booed for that. Now he gets cheered because he's a babyface. People love to see it now. People wanted him to beat Okada, and he did. So it's like, okay, what's happening with Mox now? Because now he's one of AEW's top baby faces. Even AEW goes as far as going to like the good guy locker room and the bad guy locker room. Jon Moxley was in the good guy locker room. He went through the side that all the good guys go through. And then
the same Mox that said, like, I'm going to murder everyone in this company so that AEW can start fresh, like 6 months ago.
Well, the same Mox that at the end of World's End said that he was really happy with AEW. And he thought everybody's stepping up to AEW and it's in a great spot. And he's good. He's good. He's the Continental Champion, baby. He's going to defend the championship. And I guess still has the Death Riders with him. That's where I get confused, because the Death Riders are not good guys. They are not good guys. They were going up against the Conglomeration. The Conglomeration are your like good guy faction. That's the whole fucking joke, is that they're just the conglomeration of all the good guys. So it feels a little weird where he is right now. I don't know. I was expecting Mox to basically get the plastic bag put over his head at the end of tonight. That's what I thought. I thought they were going to fucking write him off and he was going to come back probably in a couple of months. But he's still around. So I don't know exactly how that's going to play out. But we have like a good Mox leading a bad faction. So I don't know how that's going to work. But at the end of the day, AEW Worlds End was a very good pay-per-view, a very good way to end the year, I should say. And I think their next pay-per-view is in a couple of months. So we have a little bit of time before AEW jumps back on the radar. But once they do, it's going to be I basically looking towards all in, all out, full gear, all of that kind of stuff. So it's going to be picking up in AEW very soon.
Isn't Revolution like their like February-ish one, I think?
Yeah,
Maybe?
I think they have one because they don't do one in January.
So
think
that's
they
basically
had
just
one.
going to be Rumble, so that makes sense of them not wanting to compete. I get
Yeah.
that.
I think it's either Revolution or Full Gear that's next. I don't remember which comes first. I don't know. It's AEW names. They change them all the time anyway. But there should be a pay-per-view in the next couple of months. So we got like a little bit of downtime with AEW. But they're still keeping some stories going.
Regardless, I just want to point out how coming from Mr. AEW, my full content creator name is Jackal AEW Joker. Actually, I just want to come out there and say that 2025 was the exact year that AEW needed, in my opinion, because the way that the script has flipped between the two biggest wrestling companies in a whole entire calendar year is almost kind of unreal, actually, because if you go all the way back 365 days till the last episode, the 1 year anniversary of the Three Counting Out podcast, AEW was on an absolute downhill spiral and WWE was on the up and up, and 365 days later it's on a complete mirror swap, in my opinion, because I think AEW is setting up for a tremendous 2026, especially with the way that everything ended. Maybe they're just going to have to do it without Darby Allin by the sound of it.
Yeah, I know. So are you like, do you know what actually has happened with Darby Allin? Or okay, because I know the past few weeks you've been in a trench in Detroit or whatever. But Darby was in the Continental Classic. He was supposed to, I forget whose spot he had, but he was in the Continental Classic and for the most part was probably going to be winning the thing. So he after one of his matches, I think it was like after a collision or something, he wound up in the hospital to the point where AEW knew nobody would believe that Darby Allin was actually hospitalized. So they put a camera on him in the ER to record him being in the ER. He was actually in the hospital. Nobody thought it was real. AEW had to come out and release an actual statement saying that this is not a work. Darby Allin is actually hurt, and we don't know how much time off he would need. It was to the point where people were like, well, of course you're going to say that if it's a work. And they were like, no, guys, this is fucking real. And then they pulled him from the Continental Classic, and that's when everybody realized, oh, shit, he's actually hurt. It's Darby Allin. He could be hurt for fucking any variety of reasons. He has fucking, 216 bones, and he's broken 200 of them or whatever the fuck he says. So who knows? I don't think Darby is like hurt too badly. I mean, obviously he was wrestling against Gabe Kidd. I don't know if the plan is to keep him around or not.
So in my mind of minds right now, he's actually hurt. So let's murder him on live pay-per-view in front of everyone to see, to show that he's actually hurt? ?
I think that when Tony Khan booked a singles match for Darby Allin against Gabe Kidd, and he said it's a singles match and there's rules, I don't think Tony Khan thought that match would be like that. Because if you knew the match was going to be like that, why fucking put rules on it anyway, right? Like, who cares?
Okay.
So
I
think the plan was to get Darby Allin off of TV. Gabe Kidd is a newer arrival to AEW. They are trying to make him seem dangerous. They're doing, when he was in New Japan, he was like this kind of like, he was still like a little crazy and a little insane, but like he was still like based in some level of reality and believability. And he was just like this kind, he was almost like John Moxley, but just like not as good on the mic. So AEW is basically making him like this like feral fighter where like he's not feral, but like in the sense of like he's just gonna go out there and beat the shit out of somebody. He's not cutting promos, he's not talking to people, he's not sticking around, he's not getting on the rope, he's not going to the crowd, he's just going out there beating people up and leaving. And commentary is like, this is the most dangerous man in the world, Gabe Kidd. So they're trying to make it seem like he is that dangerous to take somebody out. I think the plan was to safely take Darby Allin out. I think that was the plan.
I think that was my addendum. That was, I think, so Tony Khan didn't want a way for Darby Allin to get written off of TV. Darby Allin thought of a way for Darby Allin to get written off of TV, in my opinion.
I think Tony Khan wanted Darby Allin to go off of TV laying down for 3. I think he wanted Gabe Kidd to go out there, hit his fucking finisher, 1, 2, 3, and they're good.
That's it.
No. So
Nay.
We'll see if Darby's alive or not, I guess. But again, a lot of blood. But hey, all in all, though, I gotta say, with AEW pay-per-views this year, probably the least amount of blood from all of the pay-per-views.
Oh. Well, that's kind of impressive. I mean, granted, it sounds like they saved most of the blood for a man dying on the final pay-per-view of the calendar year.
Yeah.
And I wish that all of that blood was actually transferred, boxed, and sent up to Minnesota, because that's where someone else has died and apparently gonna poof away and disappear and not be seen for 365 more days.
Santa?
Because that's where the Detroit Lions went to go to die for this 2025-2026 season, man. Oh God. Yeah.
So I don't want to be that guy. But
okay, Kevin's not here. You can be that guy.
Well, it's not quite FGK levels. It's not quite FGK levels. But I don't want to be that guy. But I do want to, 2 years, getting a little sentimental. I went back and I listened to some older episodes of the 3 Count Out podcast. 2 years ago, you said that the Lions had a 2-year window.
Oh, fuck.
So do we think it's a 3-year? Maybe we can get some draft picks and really, maybe next year's the one. I don't want to be that guy, but maybe, right?
6 fucking turnovers. 6 turnovers. 2 years ago, we were 1/2 away from making the Super Bowl. Last year, we were the best team in the fucking league, and then our entire defense exploded, and now this year's the way that it is. I don't know the Brad Holmes is going to have to earn his paycheck legitimately, because a lot of people are making a lot of money that aren't doing a lot of nothing right now, because I think Jared Goff is on the books for a $70 million hit. I think Taylor Decker's on the books for a $50 million hit. I think Graham Glasgow's on the books for a $15 million hit. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. In fact, I don't know if I'm the pessimistic one of the group, because we have all known Fire Guy Kyle only watches Lions games, so he's going to be very much a skewed opinion on the matter.
Yeah.
Mike, I feel, is a bit more optimistic than I am, albeit, but
because Mike was there for the loss. He was there for the worst season. He's been around. He's got the.
I was too, but I was just.
Well, yeah.
I was 8 or 9. So
you thought there was an actual lion on the field,
right? A quick fun fact: for the longest time, before the Lions actually changed their logo, looking at the old Lions logo, I had no fucking idea how it resembled anything like a lion in the slides. I'm like, that's a blue blob. Like, how the fuck is that a
That's
lion?
not
And,
a
like,
lion.
it's like, no, it's like a lion, like posing, like roar. It's like, I still don't see it. We just lost to a team that had only 3 passing yards, and we lost to them like by a lot. Actually, thankfully, the thing that's making me feel the tiniest bit better going into next season is that next year's schedule is infinitely easier because we go from arguably the hardest schedule in the league to one of the easiest next year. So I'll say as long as we can make the playoffs next season, there's a chance. Whether it's a good chance or a popsicle's chance in hell, there's a chance.
That's
and
the optimism.
A team that actually has a chance this year, while mine does not, is the Birds, who survived Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things in Buffalo, which not a lot of teams can say that they actually survived.
Well, we wouldn't have survived if it wasn't for the fucking middle finger of God blocking the kick. I have seen so many people over the past month, right? And after every game, they get on Twitter and they're going after Jalen Hurts, and they're like, Jalen Hurts sucks. He's throwing off to the sidelines. He's making shitty decisions, blah, 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 blah. And then they're pulling clips where it's like, okay, dumbass, the fucking Devontae Smith is in double coverage and fucking AJ Brown is fucking 3 fucking yards behind the line of scrimmage. Who do you want him to fucking throw it to? Of course he's going to throw it off to the damn sidelines. The problem is not Jalen Hurts. The problem is not Devontae Smith and AJ Brown maybe could do a little bit better, get some separation, but I don't think that your Heisman winning wide receiver or AJ Brown of all people is going to be the problem. I don't think Saquon Barkley is going to be the problem either. The problem, again, is Kevin fucking Patullo. Because if we did not have a defense, what would have happened is we would have gotten fucking mollywopped any single time the Bills had the ball. You know how many 4th down attempts we had? Just attempts. Take a guess. Take a guess.
Attempts, knowing the Lions average, they go for, I'm going to say you're a little less than the Lions average. I'm going to say 4.
Ooh, close. The Bills were at 3. You know how many Eagles were at? 0.
Oh,
0.
Okay.
0 attempts. The fucking push team has 0 4th down attempts. What are we doing when the entire fucking offense is written around one goddamn trick play and we can't run the trick play? How the fuck are we going to get to the Super Bowl? We're going to go through the fucking playoffs? Not with that fucking offense. No fucking way in hell. A fucking high school team could call better fucking plays than that. At this point, we should fucking fire Kevin Patullo and put fucking Big Dom up there, because at least he fucking knows what the players can do. Kevin Patullo did an interview after the game, and they asked him, they were like, what's the strategy for like running the ball with Saquon Barkley, the best running back of all time? What's the strategy for using him? Well, sometimes we just run the ball when we feel like we need to run the ball.
Oh.
What the fuck does that mean? What does it mean? How in the fuck do we have the best fucking running back of all time? He set league records last season, Jackal. All-time league records last season. We're running it for the hell of it. Why not? Just send him up the fucking A-frame. Why not? If I had a fucking nickel every time Saquon Barkley ran up center this season alone, I would still have thousands thousands of fucking dollars because all they do is run him up the center, baby. Run Saquon up the center. Saquon up the center. Put fucking Goddard in to get the first down, and then A.J. Brown go deep, baby. And I know that won us the fucking Super Bowl. That's all fine and great. That didn't win us a Super Bowl with Kevin fucking Patullo.
Okay, real quick, other question. Since you're actually on Eagles TikTok and I am not, how many times have you heard the audio? Saquon up the middle. Saquon up the middle. AJ Brown deep ball. Wow, great stop. Defense, offense, get the ball back. Saquon up the middle. Saquon up the middle. AJ Brown deep ball.
You want to know how many times I've heard that, Jackal? So much where that is the first sound on TikTok that I hit not interested on. That's how fucking much I've heard it. That I went, I don't want to fucking see this anymore. And then you look at like the Eagles in 2017 when we won a Super Bowl. Completely different style of offense than just run Saquon Barkley for the hell of it. Why the fuck not, right? I don't know, just fucking put him up the middle and see what happens. Oh, his fucking back is hurt, his knees hurt, his fucking hips hurt, his fucking arms popping out. Duct tape him back together and throw him out there. The talk right now is that next week, week 18, you're going to sit all the fucking starters. And people are like, well, you know, Saquon still has to hit his rushing incentive for the year. He wasn't going to hit it anyway. He wasn't going to I think he's like fucking like 200 something yards off or something. He wasn't going to hit it anyway. He wasn't going to fucking hit it anyway because Kevin Patullo doesn't know how to fucking give him a play call where he's going to get more than 2 yards. He's not a fucking running back. He's a step down. Thank you, FGK. Listen, I'm not going to fucking complain if the Eagles somehow get through the playoffs and somehow get to the Super Bowl and maybe go back to back. I will flip shit if that happens. I will. This will look like it never happened if we win, if we go back to back. This episode right here, it'll look like it never happened. I legitimately think that the only way we have a chance of doing that is by getting rid of Kevin Patullo and putting literally anybody else as the offensive coordinator. Literally anybody else. I'll do it for free.
Anybody else when Matt Patricia is still floating in the winds.
Oh, he does defense. He don't do offense.
Yeah, he's defense. He's fine. We got Vic Fangio. We need to keep Vic Fangio.
Goes.
Stick friend of the program, Dandy Dragons, up there on a copy of Madden 26.
Yep.
And just the Ask Madden pops up every time. All right, Dandy, which player are we doing? This one. Perfect. Done. Amazing.
You know what? I'd rather Dandy call the plays for the Eagles because at least Dandy would fucking know that when it's fucking 4th and long, you go for the fucking attempt. What are we doing? It's an entire football game. There's 4 downs in a football game. 4 downs for a reason. We didn't have an attempt. We have fucking Jake Elliott shanking field goals in week 17. What are we doing? And we're somehow winning the NFC East. It's gotta be the defense. It's gotta be the defense. That is the only explanation.
It was raining buckets the entire time. It was miserable in Buffalo. It's like, yeah, let's kick it. Yeah, let's pass it. Saquon?
Yeah.
Nah, we don't need him. We're good.
No, leave him.
It's so much going on, and unfortunately, we won't know the result of it all until the next episode because you guys got the commies again this weekend, and if I'm not mistaken, you guys could win. If you guys win and we beat the Bears, you guys will jump to the 2 seed. The Bears will fall to 3. So it's not like you're going to do much of anything. It's just, It's not like you're going to drop immensely. It's just whether or not you're going to be the 2 seed or the 3 seed. So unfortunately, we can't talk about the playoffs too much just yet because the seeding has yet to be determined. However, 90% of the playoffs has already been figured out through most of the games already. And Philly made the dance. They made the dance. They have a chance. And they've beaten some good teams in the playoffs already. If you were to ask me earlier in the season, it's like, okay, so Philly's played both the Rams and Chicago. They've beaten one of those teams. They've lost to the other. I would have said back then, oh, yeah, they beat the Bears and probably lost to the Rams. Nope. Other way around, actually. So I'm very excited to see, hopefully, maybe knock on wood, my statement still rings true. I would much rather see Philadelphia in the Super Bowl yet again, as opposed to Green Bay and Chicago making it.
Oh, me too.
But we won't know any of that until this time next week. I believe the playoffs at the moment. Let me see. Let me test my memory here. On the NFC side, the number one seed at the time of recording, the games this weekend have yet to be played. I'm sure they will change come next episode, which a quick announcement now, Mr. Air will not be here for. He's going to actually go to Philadelphia to find Kevin Patullo, allegedly.
Listen. If Kevin Patullo gets fired between now and next week, you can bet your ass that I'll be up there in the booth. I'll be making the calls. So if we lose, I'm jumping out the booth. I'm jumping right out the window, right down onto the field, landing on my neck, taking myself out.
Honestly, that's how it should be. If the defense or offense takes a shit, I want that man to dive out and next person line up.
Perfect. Nailed it. Thank you, Kevin.
All right, good. I'm glad I got that out there. I didn't watch a lot of football this week, and the Lions are out, man. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. I spent 2 seconds talking about it, and I did more time doing this than actually talking about the game.
On the bright side, the Pittsburgh Ayahuascas lost to the Browns. That's funny.
Yeah, it was very funny. Now they're playing for their division this weekend as well, and I hope they lose to the Ravens.
If they lose to the Ravens, are they not in the playoffs?
That's a great question that I'll be able to answer in a second.
Okay.
NFC side, the Seahawks are 1. Bears are currently 2. Eagles are 3.
Yeah.
It is either going to be the Panthers or the Buccaneers at 4. And
Panthers.
It's so
How the
funny.
Buccaneers squeaked by is wild because they had a shit season.
It's so funny with the way that division is working out. It's so fucking terrible that
Are they the weakest division in the entire fucking league?
Well, it's either them or the AFC South. No.
Okay.
AFC South is actually kind of good this year, so I would definitely say it's the NFC South.
Okay.
It's so funny that the Panthers and the Buccaneers are actually playing each other this weekend, but the outcome of their game doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens
that's
between
because
them.
Tampa is 11th and the Panthers are 4th.
Exactly. The actual game that matters is the Saints versus the Falcons. I believe if the Saints win, Tampa Bay wins the division. If the Falcons win, the Panthers will win the division. It's so that division is so terrible. It's laughable, dude. The current 5th seed, I believe, is actually after Monday night. I actually believe the 5th seed is the Niners.
Yeah.
The 6th seed is the Rams, and the 7th seed is the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
So all that will change after this weekend, naturally. The AFC side, I believe the Broncos are locked into 1st. I believe the Patriots are at 2, but Stephon Diggs beat someone half to death, apparently.
Bad weekend to have the last name Diggs. Bad weekend.
Bad weekend. Awful weekend. The 3 seed is actually the Jacksonville Duval.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4th seed is either going to be the Steelers or the Ravens. That is a win and you're in. So if the Steelers win their 4, if the Ravens win their 4,
right now it's listed as the Steelers, but I mean obviously it can change.
Fifth seed, I want to say, is the Texans.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Sixth seed is the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
And the seventh seed, I don't think the seventh seed is set yet. I think at the moment, I want to say
is.
that. Can you give me a division?
AFC East.
Oh, the Bills. The Bills. I forgot the Bills.
There you go. Sorry, I had to remember if they were East or North.
That's fair. That's fair. So the playoffs are almost set. We'll be able to talk about that more next week. And the playoffs that are set that we do get to talk about now is, in fact, the college football playoffs, which the round of 8 is going to happen tonight at the time of recording. And I believe will all be said and done by the time you are listening to this episode, because tonight, Wednesday, the time of recording, we get to experience Miami versus Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, followed by Oregon and Texas Tech at the Orange Bowl. Then we get Alabama, Indiana at the Rose Bowl. And then we get Georgia and Ole Miss at the Sugar Bowl, baby. Look at the brains on Jackal. Let's go,
There you
dude.
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
be damned.
God,
There is something in that big ass head of yours.
Turns out I need to drink more.
Yeah, that's where the memory comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Did we find out the Steelers and Ravens? Did we find that out? We figure
the Steelers and the Ravens, I believe, are playing Saturday night for the division.
Yeah,
So,
right now the Steelers are in that 4th spot, but that
if the Ravens win, they're in.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go Ravens.
If the Steelers lose, then they drop down to the meme record of 9-8, which is what Mike Tomlin has been for probably the past 10 years, and it'll be hilarious if that's the case.
I hope the Ravens win.
If we're gonna swing back to it for a second, the way that they looked in Green Bay on Saturday night, the fact that John Harbaugh went, wait a second, we do have Derrick Henry on the roster, and he's perfectly healthy. Let's run his big ass. Ravens look really good.
Hey, you want to talk about running? That's a running back you should always send up center. Just let him bully everybody. He's a fucking beast. He's the only reason why I did so well in fantasy last year.
What are you doing here?
Oh, well, and Kevin got murked by Sharon Moore yet again.
Yeah, yet again. He escaped police custody, or is he not arrested yet?
I think he posted bail.
Allegedly. Oh, well, he's got enough money. He can do that. But yeah, Derrick Henry's a fucking beast. I agree with you. And like the fact it really did kind of seem like there was a fucking switch that they were like, oh yeah, we should. That's right. We are the Ravens. We do run the football. Like, I guess maybe you're waiting until the end of the year, right? Like, who cares if it's on tape now, right? But like, I don't know, man. They could have had a much easier season if you just like used Derrick Henry.
I'm very excited to see that game in particular, because that is, I think, the only one where the division is up for grabs still. So that one is the game with the most weight this weekend. Yes, and that is actually, no, I lied. That is not Saturday night. I believe that is Sunday Night Football, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
it does look like that's the only. Well, I guess NFC South isn't technically decided yet either, but who the fuck cares about the NFC South? Yeah, so all right, little important primetime lights for the Steelers. See if Aaron Rodgers can choke it away and go back to Brazil or whatever.
God, I hope he loses and just does ayahuasca off into the sunset, man. I'm so
leaves. He's
so old.
Gone.
He's
oh my god.
So old.
I saw a picture. It was this weekend. It was Brady on Fox. He had one glove on, one glove off in the commentary booth, and they were like, You think Brady sees what Phillip Rivers is doing and he's getting a little antsy? And it's like, yo, can we fucking leave these old ass quarterbacks on the damn couch, please? Can we just let these dudes fucking retire?
Keep him retired unless he wants to come to Detroit.
What, you want Brady at Detroit?
Absolutely, Brady in Detroit to bring that magic to fucking the Lions? Yes, actually.
I don't think Brady wants to go to Detroit. He get mugged walking 5 feet down the street.
Tom, we'll give you $20 and a bottle of water that's full of lead. Deal? Oh,
sold.
Tom? He hung up. Well, shit.
Maybe no Brady for you. But yeah, no, can we, like, these old ass quarterbacks, dude, can we just fucking let them retire? Although I will say Phillip Rivers is fucking throwing it every week. I fucking love that he's doing that, and he's like still his fucking high school football coach.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude. Hey, you want to know if something works? There you go, baby. Like, that's a coach you can follow right there. Just go be Phillip Rivers. Easy.
Get all these guys out of the announcer booth. Fuck it. Hey, Brad Holmes, give Drew Brees a call. See if he's got the old arm like warmed up. Fuck it. While you're at it, call JJ Watt to see if he's got anything cooking. You might as well at this point, man. Shit. Now, before FGK so rudely derailed us and promptly got murked by Sharon Moore with Dublicky and live and in living color for us to see. We're switching gears over for us to hear. Sorry, I forgot he did on this camera. Switching over to the world of college football, where the round of 8 is stacking up to be very entertaining, and we'll stick with our pick'ems that anybody can win the Natty as long as it's not Ohio State.
Yep, anybody but Ohio. Anybody but Ohio. Literally fucking anybody else but Ohio.
Georgia, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Oregon, Indiana, Miami. Any of those 7, I am perfectly happy winning the national championship. Ohio State going back to back?
Yeah. If Ohio State goes back to, they're going to be so fucking insufferable.
Insufferable.
And you know what? If they go back to back, if on the very, very rare chance that they manage to go back to back, and I somehow am still alive in this world, then I hope to God that next season they just get fucking run through, because they are going to be they're already the most arrogant motherfuckers out there. And then if you let them go back to back, we're never going to hear the fucking end of it. And I don't know if I can make it from, I don't know if I can make it to August and have to listen to that every single fucking time I'm on Twitter. I don't know that. I might have to uninstall some shit if that happens. That might be a purge.
It'll be very easy to not talk about college football for the next 9 months if that's the case. It'll be real easy to not talk about it. Yeah. But one team that we do got to talk about is your current reigning, defending, undisputed Bad Boy Mowers Club champion of the world, the Penn State Nittany Lions, baby.
Yeah, that I'll take it. I
tried.
I have never gotten done with a Penn State football season and just gone, I feel at peace. I feel
Thank
okay.
God. We're done.
The game ended and it was like, fucking, all right, cool, we're done. That's it. We don't have to deal with this shit anymore. We got through having a backup quarterback who's now probably going to be quarterback 1. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with Gronkmeyer. I think, if you develop him a little bit in the offseason, he'll probably be all right. Drew Aller, probably not going to do great in the NFL draft, but should have kept your ankle together. I don't know. James Franklin, Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'm fucking glad he's going down to Virginia Tech. I never want to deal with him again. I had already written this season off back like fucking week 6. I was done, man. And like I'm just glad that it's a winning season and that we ended on like a nice little like I think it was like a 5 or 6 win streak, right? Like it took a little bit. It took a little bit, but Penn State football got back into it. Gotta get back on it. I really would have liked if we could have gotten back into it in time for a playoff run, but like a 70% still a C, right? We passed, right? These get degrees, baby. So
got there. You beat the brakes off of Clemson. Clemson sent back into obscurity once more by the hands of Penn State. I think Penn State's going to be okay because you guys do not have Ohio State. You don't have an Ohio problem for the next couple of years with the way that the Big Ten schedules work. However, we do have another hate week coming up in the future because you lose in Ohio State, but you do gain a Michigan.
So. We have a pretty good schedule next year. I'm pretty. I feel like after the train wreck that was this season, next year we at least have a schedule that is in our favor, and I'll take it. I'll take it. Like I'm very interested to see what Penn State is going to look like next year, right? We're getting a new head coach. Matt Campbell's going to change a whole bunch of shit up. He was supposed to apparently be like on commentary for the second half of the game, but he wasn't. There was like winter weather and shit that happened. But yeah, I mean, you fucking know it too, right? But so like I'm very interested to see how everything's gonna happen next year. There's a lot of open-endedness, a lot of questions, but we won. Yeah. We finished on a win, and you know what? I'll take it. I'll fucking take it. I also do want to say I think it's ironic as hell that the Bad Boy Mowers Championship Bowl, a bowl game which is sponsored by lawnmowers, was held at Yankee Stadium, and
naturally
everybody hated the field. They spent
baseball fields aren't equipped to handle football players. What a surprise!
Any time there was any question of footing, it was like, well, we are out here in the outfield. It's possible, right? I just thought it was so funny that I'm like, dude, the fucking lawnmowers are sponsoring this shit, and they can't even put it on a nice field.
Nope, but hey, not at all.
Hey, you know what? Lawnmowers be damned. We got a bowl win. I'll take it. It's not a natty, but anybody but Ohio is okay with me.
Anybody but Ohio, lawnmowers, and naturally the third thing to come after that, Cheez-Its, of course. And throughout the duration of this podcast, if you see me glancing up from the camera, looking past the camera, actually, it's because I'm doing a live reaction to the Michigan football game going up against Texas, playing for Cheez-Its actively right now. And you can tell from my very excited expression, it's going well.
What's the score? What are we looking at?
Texas right now 24, Michigan 20. Michigan has the ball inside Texas territory as the third quarter is about to come to a close.
Okay, all right. Hey, decent field position. You got there's a chance. That's close. Hey, listen. After that fucking Eagles game, I don't want to hear it about close games. All right, there was a point where the fucking Bills were 99% gonna win. And it was like people were cashing out their fucking DraftKings checks and shit, and they're like, nope, fuck it. So I don't. You'll be fine. I want to. Yeah, you're talking about Cheez-Its. Did you see the Pop-Tart Bowl?
I did see the Pop-Tart. I saw that Mormon head coach absolutely demolish his victory Pop-Tarts. Holy shit, dude!
Did you see the fucking Pop-Tart jump off the fucking toaster? The fact that they went to the wide camera shot to show the crash mat, even better. Also, I know that we've talked about it on the show before of do the Pop-Tarts want to be eaten? I think this shows not every Pop-Tart wants to be eaten, but if you don't want to be eaten as a Pop-Tart, that is apparently a crime. Pop-Tart's Twitter is looking for that Pop-Tart, and they are offering a bounty if you can find him.
Buff Strawberry's on the run.
Buff Strawberry is on the run, baby.
Oh my God. Holy fuck. He took off from the stadium. He said, Notre Dame ran away from the bowl, so I will too. I'm out of here, dog.
He's fucking gone. And I guess they're trying to make lore for next season or whatever. The Pop-Tart Bowl is a fucking fever dream every time it happens. And
It's stupid, but
dude,
it's so funny.
you want to know the type of here's how the Pop-Tart Bowl is consumed in this house. I sit down and I watch football, and then after the game is done, I get up and I go over to Dandy and I go, Dandy, would you like to watch a Pop-Tart be sacrificed? And the fact that that's a sentence that I get to say is fucking wild. And this year, they sacrificed 2 of them.
Dude, a bunch of Mormons, the BYU, fucking Brigham Young. Like, oh my God. I'm surprised they didn't soak them in milk before they ate them. Suspicious. That's weird.
You know,
and of course,
so if the bad boy lawnmower, if that Gatorade thing is lawn clippings, and then the Pop-Tart is mini pop, is the Cheez-Its?
We'll find out. We'll find out in about 15 minutes. The third quarter just ended. Fourth quarter is about to get started. You guys will all know by the time this comes out. We're gonna find out in probably like a half hour.
yeah, 15 minutes of football is not 15 minutes of real time. No, sir.
No.
No.
Nope. And I think I'm very excited. I don't care about the bowl. I'm not the type of guy when it's not the playoffs at bowl's a bowl.
Not the playoffs, not the Rose Bowl, not the Natty.
The one thing that I do care about is that Michigan's coaching search has come to a close as we are staying in Mormon country, not BYU, but Utah. Kyle Whittingham is going to be the next head coach of Michigan football on a 5-year deal. And it has been confirmed on Kyle Whittingham's Instagram account that the only people he follows are his family members. No OnlyFans models at all.
Good. Check his fucking browsing history before he gets to put on the fucking pullover. Check everything. Like, open up Safari and put the O in there and like make sure it doesn't autocomplete because we cannot have that again.
You can also type in feet too, just in case, like feet fungus, like feet, shoe size, like make sure, like let's
be athlete's foot, like it better be sports feet, not
other feet. I'm not
so coming from Utah. That's
yes, coming from Utah. Utah. He's actually the same coach that when Michigan played Utah, when Jim Harbaugh first started back in 2015, he beat Harbaugh on his debut night. And Utah kind of always been like a perennial, not contender, but at least upper tiers.
Around. A team that kind of always needed a little bit more money.
A little more oomph, and Michigan's fucking got money. I hate the man's guts. He's an asshole, but he's good. I guarantee you, Dave Portnoy has more money than all of Utah's backers. I guarantee you. He's a piece of shit, but he's a rich piece of shit.
You're not wrong.
Not wrong. I've not talked to a Mike. I've not talked to a Tommy Vendetta. FGK doesn't watch college football, so that fucking don't mean much of nothing. But my opinion on Michigan for the next couple of years, as far as Kyle Whittingham goes, I just want it to be boring. I just want it to be boring. I don't want no scandals. I don't want no cheating. I don't want no sign stealing. I don't want no OnlyFans models. I want nothing. I want it to be quiet.
Yeah.
Just boring. We show up, we play football, we go home type of shit. After the past 2 or 3 seasons with all of this scandal and bullshit coming out day after day after day after day after day, I'm very excited for there to be no news.
Yeah.
Nothing. I want no news is good news in my opinion.
I want my
So,
football team to go out there, play football, win, and then I hear nothing else. That's
yes, that'd be perfect. If we go 9-3, 10-2 for the next 5 years, as we've seen, that's good enough to make the college football playoffs. Apparently, that's fine in my books. So, college football coming to a close. Penn State ending it on a bowl win. Michigan fighting for a victory. Hopefully, Ohio State loses tonight, and then we will bid them adieu here soon enough as the playoffs come to a close to look forward to the 2026 season. And we can't get to that until this episode comes to a close.
Yeah. I mean, listen, 2 years of the 3 Count Out podcast. How many times have you heard me say this? But if you enjoyed us, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the follow, hit the notification, do all the buttons, do all the things. They all help. Let us know in the comments below who you want to win the national championship. And if you put Ohio State, I will block you. If you want to find more of me, you can find me over at twitch.tv/ArrowV1 or youtube.com/ArrowV1Music.
If you enjoyed the things that I said, don't worry. I'm outside of Ohio State University right now taking a piss on the entirety of the campus because that's what they deserve when you are the Dallas Cowboys of the college football world. However, if you didn't enjoy the things I said, you can find me at twitch.tv/JackalJoker or youtube.com/JackalJoker. Work just as good.
Are you the Ohio State pisser? Is that what you're... Is that what you're going with here?
No, not at all.
I mean, if you're gonna piss anywhere, you might as well piss on Ohio State. Just
right on the O. Smack that. I mean, it's not me. Me.
Oh, is that? Oh, is that the entire Ohio State O line right there? Oh, hello, everybody. No, we're not. No, I don't know who the Ohio State pisser is. No, I've never met him before in my life. Oh no! Oh! Ooh! That is a big O line.
They're kicking me. Oh fucking hey!
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay. They obviously don't understand the pin here. I'm just gonna ring it. We need to get the fucking cops out here. Jesus Christ! Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, it hurts.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, I think I'm bleeding.
You're not bleeding, but you do look Buckeye red.